If you're over 50, maybe 60, 70, 80, what have you, or you could be retired and you feel that you've lost your connectedness with the community that you live in. You feel maybe a listlessness if you are retired and there is little to engage your mind, your creativity, your desire for being part of a network of people. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut, then this video is for you. I'm 73, and after retirement I felt I was in that kind of area. I mean, you have a honeymoon time, or a vacation time you might want to call it, where the 9 to 5 disappears, but after a while you feel that there should be more to life. Well, there is. I want to show you a particular pathway. It's not the only one, but it's a good one, and it's one that can reignite your world. It can help you to rediscover wonder in your world. It can help you to reconnect with people, and these are people that are worldwide. I've got friends through this process in the US, in Canada, in Europe, and in Asia, and of course in Australia, where I am. You can do many things on this platform. You can join special interest groups and communities. Could be mental health, sports, literature, history, whatever. Or you could build your own community, and you do this all from your own home. Now, what you're looking at is an avatar that I created to represent myself, and it's in a program called Second Life. Second Life is a platform that was created by Linden Labs in the USA back in early 2000s, created in the USA back in 2003, and it has evolved since then to the point where it is now, where the figures are looking reasonably real. I mean, they're still pixel generated, but there's a lot going for them. So what is this pathway? Well, it's a virtual world. Up on the wall here you can see a map, or an atlas, let's say, and it shows 9 continents which this world is made up of. We're on continent number 2 at the moment. Each continent is enormous and has many thousands of residents on them. In between the continents there are thousands of islands with lots of residents on those as well. And in the sky there are platforms that people have built things on as well. And each one of those residents has created something unique. This particular tiny spot of Second Life that we're in at the moment is the creation of one person. He decided he wanted to create a building, and he chose as his idea of which building to create the actual Hotel Chelsea, which exists in New York City, and he created this building to virtually mimic the real building in the city. And in fact, the people that own the building have seen this rendered version and have been quite impressed with its accuracy. This building has got many rooms in it, and there are a lot of people in the who occupy the rooms. And this particular room that we started off in, and it's on the 9th floor. So what I want to do is to show you just a bit of a walk around of this one little area to give you an idea of what Second Life is like. It does not cover the breadth and depth of Second Life. As I said, Second Life is huge, and this is just one person's creation within it. But it will give you a taste of it, like a big toe in the ocean, that will let you understand the basics of Second Life. So if we walk out this door, for example, And I'll open the door. And shut it. And if we walk down this passageway, where there are rooms on either side, some are occupied, some are not, but people can make the rooms as they wish. And we'll walk through this door into the central area of the building, and we could walk down these stairs, but there are 9 floors. We won't walk down the stairs. We could go upstairs if we wished, but we won't go upstairs because it's just the roof, although there is an event area on the roof. We could take a lift down to the ground floor, but we won't do that either because there is an easy way in Second Life to get around. Down here, down at the bottom, you'll see a series of icons. One of them, and you'll get to know these icons once you start in Second Life, one of them is called inventory. So if we click that, there's an area called landmarks, and I've filled mine with landmarks that that I wish to remember. And one of them is called Chelsea, which is the building we're in, and there are different spots within this area. Down at the bottom there is Chelsea Lobby. If I click on that and click teleport, there we are. We're down in the lobby area on the ground floor of the Chelsea Hotel in this virtual world. The figure behind the desk there is not a real person, it's just a mannequin, you could say, that's put there for ambience. Okay, now the lobby itself is quite accurate in terms of how the real lobby in Second Life in New York City looks like. Although this version of the lobby is circa 1950-1960, which is when it was at its most bohemian. Now, if we go outside, you can see that there are shop fronts, and each store has a occupant, and the occupants are primarily artists because this is a bohemian part of Second Life. And the artists are people like you and me who have maybe uploaded pictures of their artwork into Second Life and put them up on the walls, or taken photographs within Second Life and decided to share it with people who wish to enjoy walking around their art galleries. So if we walk further along here, there's the El Quixote at the El Quixote Event Center here, and if we walk in, there's no one here at the moment because there's no event occurring, but twice a week on this stage here there's performances that occur. It could be a musician or it could be a poetry reading, but there are performances, and if it's a musician, they're actually playing their instrument, and it could be a piano or a guitar or a banjo or a mouth organ. They're playing them from their own home and streaming the music into this venue, and people will stand around here or be dancing and listening to the performance. And as you can see on the top right there is a calendar that shows events that are coming over the next week or so. And this is what it looks like when there are some people there.
I've been circling this pool since the day I found it, putting up with guppies like you hanging around it. You think that you're a student of ichthyology? I swear you're just a tadpole who's imitating me. They all know I'm boss by the way I cruise, talking big fish, little pond blues.
That was Gypsy Drewer, who was performing her own composition of Big Fish, Little Fish Blues. She performs here once a month, and she's an American, and streams her music into Second Life, and people can actually tip her if they wish, but you don't have to. One of the things about Second Life is it's totally free. Doesn't mean that you can't spend money here. If you wish to to acquire land and put a house on it, you have to spend some money. But I lived for the first few years of my time in Second Life without spending 1 cent. I just travelled around and observed things, and it wasn't till reasonably recently that I decided to rent a room here, and they're really cheap. You're looking at about $1 Australian a week to have a room here, so it's not onerous anyway, unless you wish to. You can actually buy clothing and buy hairstyles and buy furniture, or you can get them free. There are free areas of Second Life where you can do that. If we go outside again, or rather, let's go into here. This is the cocktail area of the El Quixote Lounge. Once again, there's a bot behind the bar there, but he's there more for ambience than for anything else. He doesn't speak or do anything like that. In regards to AI and Second Life, there is AI here, but all of the residents that you'll interact with, they are all real people. So it's not as if you're absenting yourself from life by talking only to digital creatures that don't really exist. You can sit down at one of these tables, but with simply a click, and there we are. I'm seated there. A person could come and sit with you and discuss. You can discuss the music from here, or discuss whatever it is you want to. It's up to you whether or not you wish to talk to people. You can do it through text, or you can do it through voice. Some places don't allow voice. They prefer text. Others, they prefer voice. Here it's more text, and that is done through a button down at the bottom here on the left, and it opens up a box, and you type in your whatever you want to say there, and they can answer you there. And that is the main form of communication within Second Life. So if we stand now and come out of there, and once again walk outside, now we could walk all the way around this sim and explore all the shops and the stores and see the art that many artists have put up for free for people to look at, and that can be a very entertaining time to spend here. Where I'm going to now is, and you can see on the left, by the way, all the artists' works in different shops. On the right here is the Blue Angel Poetry Dive, and this is used every week, and anyone can join. And what you do is you walk inside, and you can sit down and listen to performers who engage in reading their own poems or their own stories, and they received constructive criticism from the people around, also sitting at the Blue Angel. So that's another area that I wanted to show you, and we could continue walking all the way through, and we need to get outside, open the door, and being a good resident, I will shut the door. But there is another way to get around, and that is via flight. That's one of the perks of Second Life, is that you can fly around. and try to avoid hitting buildings, of course. And there's a little park there. I'll try and land in the park, see if I can do it without crashing. Yep, not too bad. Over in the corner here is the Cafe Espresso, where every week there is an open mic and people are welcome to come here and read their own works of poetry or prose or short stories that they've written, and people sit around on these chairs here and provide constructive criticism, and it's quite popular. They use voice in this little area as they do in the Blue Angel, which they do not use in the larger event area of the El Quixote that I showed you earlier. On the left here, down further, if you go down the slope, there is a amphitheatre which is also used for events quite regularly. People can sit on the chairs you can see listed down at the bottom, and they can dance on the grass or on the platform just in front of the stage here, and they can communicate with each other via text in this area, and they do generally. Up here in this one of the rooms or stores on top of the hill here, this one's a store that's been created by an Italian artist called Vita Tias, and you can see the lighthouse there. It's actually a photograph of a real lighthouse in Second Life that you can visit and climb up. The other photos are artistic renditions by this artist, and on the left wall here you've got some work that she did in the physical world and uploaded into Second Life and placed on the walls for people to enjoy. Similarly, on the opposite wall there's another Second Life. Try and get a better view of it. There's another Second Life photograph that she took, and she does it for enjoyment as well as much as anything else. Across the road here is another gallery. This one's called the Finely Torn Gallery, and the reason why it's a bit blurred at the moment is because my internet access isn't that quick here, and it takes sometimes a few seconds to fully realize. You can see there are items that have been placed on the ground in front of the door. That's because this particular artist was much beloved in this area and passed away a few years back, and they've kept her store as a kind of memorial for her. She was a very good artist. You can see her works on the wall. You can visit here and walk around at your leisure. She engaged in 3D art as well as 2D paintings and photographs as well. And you can walk up the stairs and there's further works of art that she engaged in. So this has given you a taste of what Second Life is like. It is not by any stretch of the imagination a comprehensive view of Second Life, because it is huge, and every single different person who's created something has created something that they enjoy, and some of them are wildly imaginative, and some are role play areas. You could there's for example a role play area of Winterfell from the Game of Thrones, where people can go there and wear the kind of clothing they wore in the TV show. Or there are western towns set up with you can walk around in cowboy gear. There's whatever your imagination can imagine. There's probably a world here that caters for it. And not only is there role play, but there's also learning areas. There's a university here. There's I won't go into it now. That'll be the subject of future videos. The next video will look at the Welcome Hub. So if you do decide to join Second Life, and I hope you do, because you'll find it wildly entertaining, you'll be introduced to a place that helps you to orient yourself and how to create an avatar like this one, how to walk around, and how to fly, how to build, and how to join communities and what communities actually exist. So we'll be looking at that in the next video. So I hope to join that you can join me there. As you can see, it is a place that you can engage with people and communities in without having to leave your own home. Doesn't mean that you absent yourself from real life, it just adds to it. So I hope to see you in the next video, and until then, goodbye.